Reduce your frailties to me!
He even looks at you.
You can't talk to me like that. Show me something.
I know what you're here for.
Got no character! I hear you gossiping about me.
I'd love to have children. 3 at least. Of course, I need to
There's no excuse for a racket. Come out and show yourself.
I'm just honored to be in the competition, and
Come here,
Gee, I
hon.
hope you
Got a
like
sweet idea
because
for
I'd
you.
like nothing more than to be Miss Rapture in 1958.
Did you hear that?
Christ, got a prep like expert.
Come back! You'll adore the spotlight.
There's bathyspheres, there's bound to be CO2 scrubbers.
And why is that?
If you don't remove the carbon dioxide from the air supply in a submersible, it'll suffocate. One thing I did like about Rapture, lots of new books to read. It will need a long-haul bathysphere, something where the CO2 buildup would limit the submersible period.
You okay?
I've seen all this happen before. I've seen everything that will happen, and now I only see darkness,
You sent yourself here for a reason.
a debt,
If that's what you want to call it.
this Atlas. I'm gonna have to kill him. Either that or he'll kill me.
Maybe so.
I'm not you, Booker. Some war hero. I'm not even me anymore. No tears, no omniscience, or whatever you want to call it. Just a whole lot of book learning. And a handful of lockpicks.
He's not fat, he's big.
Oh, the 52 Mako. Classic. But it's a death trap. 28 known fatalities related to its use. Carbon dioxide poisoning. And they're still there. The Stingray. Submersible time of 90 minutes. That's our girl.
All the way up there.
The grease monkeys had to get it up there somehow. Just gotta find the controls.
Enough of this talk!
Time we dealt with our our detractors!
I forbid them to such strange noises. Enough of this.
Come back! I just want to talk is all.
We'll bury you with no regrets!
Where'd you go?
We can both survive this. We play our cards right.
Jeez. No shadow.
Gossip about me.
When can I see you again?
Point me in the direction you want me to go. Ball's in my
Everyone
court.
wants a piece of me!
I'll play. Guy might still be around.
Work around with a little elbow grease. I can be romantic. Just got her a new iron. Fine. What she says, I can change. You can spit. Deadbeat in the sack. Show her what I've got.
Of course, the buildings are being fabricated above the waves. But we will lower them on a lunette ring, submerged into the structure's steel frames. So much steel, you wonder. How will we keep so large a purchase from the government? Water is buoyant. We shall not frame rapture in steel, in aluminium. The government jackals may suspect me of building an air force, but never a city.
When can I see you again?
Heartless! Totally heartless!
Whereabouts of the foreign bitch scientist unknown. Ryan presumes she's dead, but our guess is she's gone underground with the Little Sisters. Options on obtaining the ace are dwindling.
Come on! What are you running away for? Come here, baby! I ain't sore! Come on! Don't leave me out here with my heart in my hand. When can I see you again? Come on. Don't leave me out here with my heart in my hand. Oh, I can't stay mad at you, baby.
see this right? Indisposed. Let us continue this face
Push
to
me,
face.
I push right back! Dang. Bet the fella did this ain't far.
Jumping in my own shadow.
Sounded awful irregular. Whatever you need, you say the word. Nobody will take you away from me.
Ain't he ever in? Case? Well, he's gonna wanna get this message as soon as he gets back, right? Real important.
A rapture reminder. The waters surrounding Fontaine's department store have been seeded with an extensive number of magnetic mines. They are
Just
very
bump.
sensitive.
Let's follow orders, all right?
Finding out the source is going to be what you make of it. So make it great.
Ryan's minefield is well laid out, I'll grant him that. But what security system made that ain't got a hole or two in it? If I was taking book down at Fort Frolic, I wouldn't like my odds. If I jig left when I should go right, there ain't gonna be enough bits of me left to set a crab's table.
Got it. That was the last of it.
Now you think you can manage the repair?
Sure. I've been fixing quantum field generators since kindergarten.
You left me with nothing!
Cookie face! Come back! I just want to talk is all.
Your heart!
Oh, I can't stay mad at you, baby.
Love, I must confess, I'm becoming a wee bit skeptical.
Remind me, why am I supposed to care?
You see, me lads have taken a keen thirst for Adam, and there's a vintage right in front of me that'll do nicely.
If you kill her, I truly hope you are happy living down here. Put down roots, raise a family. Or maybe you think Andrew Ryan is going to ride to your rescue.
Fair enough. But remember, there are fast ways to harvest little sisters, and some very slow ones.
Hey, Junior! Come on in and watch this. All right. Pay attention now. Ryan's got the form. Trust me, man.
Who is that guy? You hear all that talk?
Who the hell are you?
Second Raider, that's you!
Stop following me. I didn't say you could go. You don't have my permission to leave.
Well, enough of that. I got work to do.
If you're going to be wrong, Moses, why did you come in the first place?
Problem. Big Daddy will not imprint on the little brats. Yet Fink succeeded in imprinting his disgusting bird on his subject. How has Fink, this stupid man, succeeded where Suchong failed? If Suchong could obtain hair sample Fink's subject, Suchong could determine delta of genetic material with little sister. Proof is in DNA pudding.
Now we won't immediately die of CO2 poisoning the moment we turn the phone on.
Criminal dealings.
Well, not the perfect phosphor frequency, but it'll do. I need to cool the transformer at the top of the device, or the whole thing will overheat. I'll need to actually use Old Man Winter on the transformer. Okay, that should stop it from overheating. There, everything's fixed. We're ready.
Let's fire it up and see. What did I tell you?
Booker. Look. We're on the First Lady. It can't be this easy. The First Lady Mark II was built around a particle lift system, just like all the buildings in the city. I read all about it in the Columbian Scientific. The particle's seated at the top of the structure. Must be up that lift. Perfect.
Seems like a lot of technology just to float an airship. Comstock never heard of hydrogen.
The First Lady Mark I did run on hydrogen, and it was destroyed by a single bullet from a Vox sniper. Unfortunately, the Prophet wasn't on board at the time. If I take the active particle, then the First Lady is just a 40-ton paperweight. Best, here we go. Now let's head back through that tear.
You honestly expect Atlas to honor his side of the deal?
No, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
How do you plan on handling Atlas? He ain't just some spliced-up maniac.
He'll make a mistake. I just have to be ready to take advantage of it when it happens.
All for a girl you barely know.
How well did you know me when you came to Columbia?
Pretty lady not finished yet.
What? Open the tear.
Power for device very expensive. Tit for tat.
Just tell me what you want.
Suchong wanted something simple. Lock of hair.
Oh, you're not serious.
Not your hair, stupid. Fink has a secret life. Mothballed, forgotten. In there, hair sample. In jar. Cannot miss it. You get for Suchong. Then everybody friends.
Where's his lab?
Closed off, past Fink's quarters. You smart lady, you find.
Should have seen that one coming.
Press to generate a bullet-snatching shield that places ammo into your gun. Vox Populi. We must have arrived right in the middle of the siege.
That means the other you and I are probably inside the factory. On our way up to the First Lady.
And what happens if we run into ourselves?
We won't.
How do you know that?
Because we didn't.
taken your counsel, and you done me good service, but I will not hurt the boy. I will see Fink and Comstock burn, but I will not hold the son to account for the deeds of his father.
You've misunderstood us.
We neither asked you to harm the child.
Nor did we promise that yours would be the hand that would set Comstock's world afire.
A famous man once said,
And a famous man shall say,
I may reach the mountaintop,
but I fear I shall never visit the valley below.
But you mean I won't live to see the... No.
It's up to you what matters more.
Your part in the play?
Or the play itself.
Someone is coming.
She'll arrive, a girl.
She must leave, a woman.
And what makes the difference between a girl and a woman?
Blood.
Your part in the play.
Or the play itself.
Turn her into a killer? How?
Give the girl no choice.
And she will be forced to make one.
Out of my sight.
What's going on? Hold down! I won't let nothing happen to you.
Here I come! Can't hide forever long.
Ask for this girl.
I'll find that piggy! Come out, come out! I'll hunt you down to earth! I can smell ya! Something's going on. I'll find that piggy! Come out, come out! Here I come!
Let you look elsewhere.
Who are you then? I'll hunt you down. Don't believe any of them. It's you and me against the world.
You'll die, Scream.
I can smell ya.
Yeah, there's a war coming. You can smell it in the air. Fear, hatred, people dying every day. But how many more will suffer if we rise up? Violence begets violence. I know this. I've seen this. The rational mind argues for a peaceful solution to find a common ground, but what common ground is there to find for a father who watches his child bleed out in the street? How do you deny him his vengeance? I know that fire that burns deep inside. I know it all too well. And when the time comes, will I be able to stay the hand?
Think. That's not gonna work. Better take a closer look at that clock.
A giant clock.
Sort of. Looks like the mechanism unlocks certain activities when Fink gives his blessing.
So what? We're stuck waiting for the cuckoo to go off?
No, there's a slot for some kind of key for manual winding. We just gotta find that.
Sure seems like a lot of work to lock down a few doors.
Yo, if there's one thing Fink loves, it's a lot of work.
Our current state of being.
We've got the clock key.
Slugs. God damn.
As to the matter of religion, let me place myself in the camp of the agnostic. I pretend to understand the mysteries of the infinite no more than you, Comstock, or anyone else for that matter. For the sake of argument, let's say this is all one unhappy accident, and we are all alone in our toils. Then who would Comstock use to control and shame us with rules that apply only to those with not a penny in their pocket? If there were no God, you could rest assured the first deed done by the first rich man would be inventing him.
Sea slugs. Could that Oriental have come up with a more inconvenient fuel for his plasmids? If there is a God, and I've seen more evidence to the contrary than in support, you'd think he'd have put Adam into the belly of a nice little seagull or crow. The cost of all these underwater expeditions are murdering my mark.
Good. How to get that idiot his lock of hair.
Listen, I got you your gun. I'm here for my issue.
But my Booker DeWitt died for the Vox Populi. You either an imposter or a ghost. My Booker DeWitt was a hero to the cause, a story to tell your children.
Look, are you there? I miss you. You were the only one who ever... You were my only friend. Booker.
I'm not even here. I'm a projection of your own.
Could you humor me then? Please.
I think Booker would miss you.
anyone sneaking around? You can't hide forever, love. Come out, come out! Here I come! I heard you! It's you and me against the world. I can smell ya. You're afeard of me.
Now, I know there's been some concern about the nature of the work we do here at Fink Manufacturing. Why, some say they're uncomfortable with the purported harm and suffering our research brings. But friends, let me pose a simple question. Is there anything you would not do to guarantee the health and safety of your loved ones? My interest is the future health of your children. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
I'll find the piggy! Look elsewhere.
Daisy sacrificed herself. Set me up to kill her, to turn me into what?
A killer.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished. I'm no martyr. How did you do it, Booker? How did you...
Elizabeth, I'm not Booker.
And neither am I.
Seems like Fink and Suchong were sharing their research.
Like the Lutesses. Cross-reality collaboration. It all makes a kind of sense. The little sisters and the big daddies. Songbird and me.
Constants and variables. What is all this?
Imprinting. That's a wire mother. If you separate a gorilla from its real mother, it will imprint on almost anything. Even that.
Why would Fink care about that?
Songbird. He wanted him to imprint on me.
Well, if I recall, that was a problem he solved.
Poor things. Fink couldn't get them to imprint, so he left them to die. Imprinting failed. That can't be right. Clearly they formed a connection between Songbird and me.
How?
I was so young, I always remember him just being there. It must be a prototype or something.
Is it a human?
Does it matter? I tried hypnotherapy.
On the Songbird. How'd that go?
About as well as you'd expect. Booker, the little girl in the film. It's me. My God. Oh, I remember he'd crashed into the tower. I guess he was in some sort of fight. I waited there thinking I don't know, that something would happen, but he just lay there. Moaning. I couldn't just...
The lion with the thorn in its paw. So much for science.
I should have just left him there to die. I should have just... I will never escape it. Exploited, exploiting, me, Comstock, you, Sally. It's like a wheel of blood spinning round and round. Well, this must be the genetic sample Suchong wanted.
He sent you all the way back here for a sample of your own hair?
He doesn't know I was once the child that imprinted on Songbird. To him, all the answers lie in DNA. Men like Suchong mistake an ounce of empathy for a pound of science.
It's open. See if anything's worth reappropriating. Check for stragglers. Spread out. Out of my sight.
Better stay away from here.
To oppressors! You gonna answer for this, girl? Gonna hunt
Babes, die!
Are you alright?
find her.
has occurred to me that this breakthrough regarding the songbird casts my arrangement with the Oriental Doctor in a new light. What more could be gained by this continued partnership? What secrets that I could not answer for myself? Su Chong can only offer table scraps. Jeremiah Fink has richer meat in mind.
Show yourself!
Daisy really even had a choice.
What do you mean?
Right about now, I'm planting a pair of scissors in her back to protect a child she was never going to harm. But she chose to die for her revolution. What about me? For all the endless worlds, all the infinite possibilities. Did I ever even have a choice? Did you?
Yeah. Booker thought he did.
Look where it got us. Right back where we started. All these infinite universes. And yet we end up just going down the same paths.
I don't take your meaning.
My father sold me to settle a marker. Comstock locked me up in a tower. And I sold Sally for what? Revenge? To prove a point?
And yet, here you are, settling the debt.
And so we find her. The old past there damage to the young. Isn't it too late for her now?
Well, I'd say that's up to her to decide. Just as coming back here was up to you.
Rapture runs on children. Little girls with gold growing in their bellies. I'm not gonna break any cycle. If I'm lucky, maybe I can dent it. Just a little.
Pretty lady has the hair? Deal is deal. Bring it to Suchong.
Pretty lady put hair sample in tube. Then, business is finished.
What's going on out there?
Bloodshed, violence, but not relevant to our arrangement.
Suchong, we had a deal. Now open.
Do you know what they call someone who enters a man's home uninvited. A thief. And I do not remember inviting you into my city.
I had a deal with Suchong.
Li Shuchong is my employee. It was not a deal he was authorized to make.
What do you want?
I granted Atlas and his thugs asylum. You serve those same men in a desire to escape from my generosity. If they shall not have asylum, then they shall have liquidation. Give a parasite an ounce of charity. He'll demand a pound.
I'm just looking for a girl that was taken from me. A little sister.
I don't claim to understand what you are, but I know that you are special. There is business we can do together. And so I give you a choice. Work for me, or die with Atlas.
I'm not going anywhere without that girl.
If it's a little sister you want, that shouldn't stand in the way of commerce. I've got dozens of them.
I won't leave without her.
My men stand ready to take down the door. In 60 seconds, they will enter the room. They will either treat you as a valued employee of Ryan Industries, or as a thief in the night.
Seconds.
There must be half a dozen of them or more. I've got to get ready. No traps. I can use the plasmids as traps and seed the room with them. I gotta find somewhere to hide and surprise them. Take them down one by one. Booker, I'm scared.
They'll underestimate you, Elizabeth. People always do.
40 seconds. You know what I see on your face? Uncertainty. Who is this girl to you? 30 seconds. Do you know the value of the shark? Without them, the sea would be littered with the detritus of the weak. The men who come for you have much in common with those great animals. What sharks do for the ocean, these men do for rapture. 20 seconds. I will tell you something you already sense. Atlas does not honor agreements. Andrew Ryan does. I cannot save your Sally, but I can save you. Time. You're not a hero. You're not even a parasite. You're just a room. And Andrew Ryan has no time for rules.
What's going on? Get back here! Don't make me hunt you down like an animal. Come on out. Let's make this quick. Stupid jerk. Shit. Time's up! Get back here! Lady, you're working my lab. You should have taken Ryan's deal.
for this hide and seek. Time to pay the piper, sweetheart.
There's no pleasure getting rubbed with a lady.
I beat your sharks, Ryan. The better man won. Isn't that the only